circle when the world must come together as one. There are people dying. Oh, it's time to lend a hand to life, the greatest gift of all. We can go on.
3, 2, 1.
Jambo Uzuri Watoto, which means hello beautiful children in Swahili, and welcome to Family Rewards of Life. My name is Gloria Kirkland Holmes. I am your hostess for this show, but today, don't touch that dial because you have a special blessing coming from the hostess of the day, Miss Audrey Wallace Green, the very fine principal at the Kittrell Elementary School, and today she is accompanied by some students from Kittrell Elementary School located in Waterloo, Iowa. And we would like to thank the Waterloo Community School District, the families of these children, and also KBBG for making the proper arrangements for these students to appear on Family Rewards of Life. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, please listen. Miss Audrey Wallace Green.
Good morning. Thank you, Dr. Kirkland Holmes. It's a pleasure to be here this morning. I have 3 fourth grade students from Kittrell Elementary School, which is located at 1304 Oregon. Thank you to KBBG for sponsoring us today. I'd like to start with our young ladies, always ladies first.
Rialda.
Your last name and how old are you?
Rialda Krusich, and I'm 10 years old.
All right. And how long have you been at Kittrell?
For at least 4 or 5 years.
Since you were in kindergarten, right? All right. Tyree?
My name is Tyree Gardner, and I'm 9 years old, and I've been in Kittrell since I was in kindergarten, too.
All right. And last but not least?
Hello, I'm Morgan Andre, and I've been here for, 5 years, and I'm 9 years old.
All right. So 3 students who I have known most of their lives, right? Yes. All right. We just finished celebrating Thanksgiving, and I know some of you celebrate and others don't. So what did you do for Thanksgiving that was special?
We actually did a lot of things. We
Did you eat something special?
yeah,
Yes. What did you eat?
my grandma's stuffing was it's really good, actually.
All right. What about you, Morgan?
I went to my Granny Barb's, and we always go there for a lot of holidays, and we play bingo and blackout for bingo. One of my family members won about $31 to $40.
Oh my goodness, that sounds like fun. And did you do something during the 4-day break, Rialda?
We ate my sister's Thanksgiving meal, and then we watched basketball games over the weekend.
All right. And I guess, you know what, I'll share too, because my family was at my house, which means I had to clean and cook for lots of people. And it was so much fun, but I was so tired afterwards. Let's talk a little bit about school. Tell me what your favorite subjects are in school. We'll start with Rialda.
Probably writing and science.
What do you like about writing?
It's like, because I like writing a lot, and it's like, it's not certain things I can write about anything.
Okay, so in your journals or your response journals?
Yeah.
Okay, wonderful. And then with science, you like the SWH that we do at Kittrell?
Yeah.
Okay. When we have conversations about science and you all work together to figure it out and provide evidence and all of that, right? What's the last thing you did in science?
Studying weather.
Okay, what about weather?
It's like how, like what happens, like, if pretty much anything about weather.
Okay. And you enjoyed that?
Yeah.
You worked in some groups, didn't you?
Yeah, and we also did an experiment.
What was the experiment?
It's like we would put sand in a plastic bottle, and then we would put a little bit of water, we would set it outside, and whenever it rains, we'll see how much rain it gets in our bottle.
Okay. All right. And Morgan, what's your favorite subject?
Actually, I have two. It is math and science.
All right, you like the investigations, huh?
Yeah.
What do you like about investigations?
Mainly, mostly all of it actually, because it's just fun and it's an experience that you could have later in life.
So you like working in groups? Okay, and you like using manipulatives to figure out the problems?
Actually, I do most of it mentally.
Oh, wow, that's awesome. That's great, because this is our third year in investigation, so it's good that you can do some things mentally. And how about you, Tyree?
I actually like writing and math.
All right, what do you like about those two subjects?
I like in math, it's just, I'm really good at it, but the only thing I don't like in math is division.
Oh, is that a little more challenging for you?
It takes a little longer and I kind of want to get through with stuff faster.
Oh, you want to finish it quickly, and division takes a little time, huh? Well, maybe you could work with Morgan and he can give you some of those mental tips to help get you through that. You think?
Yeah.
All right. One of the things that we have at Kittrell is an athletic club, and that club meets on Tuesdays right after school. Our fifth grade teachers work with that, Mr. Wright, Mr. T. Scott, and Ms. Desirano, and Mr. Metcalf. Is he still working with you all too? So tell us a little bit about athletic club, some of the things that you've done there.
Well, we did volleyball, and then they had a volleyball game last night, staff versus fifth graders, and it was really fun doing that. And our next unit is going to be basketball, and then after basketball it's going to be hockey. So I'm excited to do basketball mostly.
Okay. And who else does athletic club?
Yeah.
Tyree? Okay. What do you like about athletic club?
The games we play, and that's pretty much it.
Okay, do you want to give a shout out to those teachers who help with athletic club?
Yeah,
Go for it.
thank you.
All right, very nice. What about student council? Do any of you participate in student council? Rialda and Tyree? Tell us a little bit about what you've done. I know you haven't done as much this year as you normally do, but some of the things you've done in student council.
And in student council, we come up with like days, like special days, like we make up our own holidays. Like we did Twisted Up Tuesday last year, and that's when you change your name and do all weird stuff and stuff that's not normal.
Rialda?
We planned on Sunday that we're gonna write something and then we're gonna toss it at our classmates. But it's a compliment, and then when they open it, they will read something nice. So that's what we're planning on doing.
Okay. And didn't we pay it forward last year or the year before? You did something nice for a different class?
Oh yeah.
Yeah. You remember that?
Mhm.
Can you tell us something about that?
Well, last year we actually went to the preschoolers and we handed out candy to them in the annex, and that was really fun too. And we had to do a dance.
What type of dance did you do, Tyree?
It was called the Tootie Tap.
Oh, I love that silly song. A tootie tap, a tootie tap, a tootie ta ta. That one?
Yeah.
Yes, that's such a silly song, but it's a lot of fun, isn't it? Is it okay to be funny sometimes at school? To be silly a little bit at school? I think it's okay. So back to Morgan for a moment. Morgan, you've been at Kittrell since kindergarten, huh?
Yep.
I bet you have a great principal there, huh?
Yeah.
Thank you, Morgan. I wonder why you'd say that, huh? What do you like most about Kittrell?
I don't really know.
Is it the teachers, or is it the new building, or?
I like really both of those. 'Cause they're really nice, and the building also seems nice.
Yes, we've had our building. This is just our 4th year in our new building, which we're proud of. Do you take good care of the building?
Yeah.
Yes. How do you do that?
Well, I don't run a lot in the building, and I don't very much jump in the building, more like outside, and not really rowdy.
You're right. You're not. You're a good kid, Morgan. All of you actually are. We have some wonderful students at Kittredge and some great parents also. So thank you for taking good care of our building. Let's talk a little bit about Paul's Laws and PBIS. We have a holiday store, we have tickets. Why don't you tell people something about that?
Well, credit doesn't have much to say.
The
about
credit
it,
union,
but, like, we give out our Paul's Laws, and then we would have an assembly at the end of each month, and then one that they would pick out a name from each grade, and then he'd spin this wheel, and then we would decide, and whatever it lands on, we'll have that party for our classroom.
do you enjoy the assemblies? If you could change something about the assembly, what might you change?
I don't think anything.
Oh, well, that's good. That's good to know. That's just a little survey. Yes, Rialda?
Everybody should have a chair to sit down
Oh, my. That would take 500 chairs that the custodian would have to set up. That would take a little time. You don't like sitting on the floor? Okay, so I'll write that down in my notes. Rialda does not like sitting on the floor. She what?
She's clean.
Okay. Oh, that's why. Well, we can either have chairs or we can have a clean floor. How about that? We'll try to work on the clean floor. Okay, why don't we talk a little bit about technology, because we have lots of technology in our building. Let's talk about that. Promethean boards or the iPads, or what would you like to talk about, Morgan?
Mainly the Promethean boards because we use them a lot and they have very good technology. I think the projector has to be maintenance sometimes, but otherwise it's pretty good.
All right, so
It's
you like,
easy to use.
okay, you like the Promethean board. Tyree, what do you like as far as technology
I don't
goes?
know a lot about technology, but
Do you like using the iPads?
we don't use iPads in our class.
Okay. Rialda, do you all use the iPad sometimes?
no.
Oh, boy.
I know I do.
Okay, well, we better work on that, huh? We actually purchased 30 iPads between last year and the year before. And then about 3/4 of our teachers have iPads also. So we're trying to make sure that we get those in the hands of students because we want our kids to know a lot about technology. You go to the computer lab, or do you get a chance to work on Skills Iowa
Yeah,
or something like that in your classrooms?
We actually did a test today, and it was a fiction story. We do like reading tests, and you read the story and you answer these questions. They'll ask you about the story, like what's the best summary or whatever, like things.
Amazing. We talked about that in our data teams today. I talked about that with your teachers, about the scores. So we want you all to keep working on Skills Iowa. That's awesome. Rialda, did you want to add something?
Today we were also doing Skills Iowa, we were doing Skills Tutor, and we had 12 math, and the computer part really didn't work that well because half of the computers were dying.
Oh, no, because no one had charged them, huh? All right, so that's something that we are responsible for, the students as well as staff, to make sure that those are being charged. Okay, let's see, what else could we talk about? How about something fun coming up in December? Christmas, for some of us who celebrate. Tyree, you have big plans? Are you gonna buy your mom something special this year?
Well, I really don't know, but we still have a special store coming up. And I actually have a lot of golden tickets, so we probably will.
Okay, so back to PBIS. We do have a holiday store. We started that, I think, last year. We have a couple of stores and students are able to purchase items based upon the golden ticket. So people out there who have lots of kindly used things, you want to bring them over to Kittredge, we'd love to have those items in the store. So sounds like Tyree is going to plan to get something for his mom in that store. Morgan, something special for you in December?
Well, Christmas. Otherwise, I don't really know.
Well, what about Christmas? What tradition do you all have in your family?
We always, well, my part of the family always goes, or we stay at my house for a little bit, and we open our presents, and we eat, and then we would go to my granny's, and we would do Christmas the rest of the day there, and either tomorrow or the next day, we would go to my grandmother's and go on their holiday.
So you have two grannies that you visit.
Mhm.
All right, Rialda, you may not celebrate Christmas, but what celebrations have you had here in November or December?
New Year's.
Okay.
My parents go out on New Year's Eve, and then me and my sister and my cousin stay. We rent movies from Family Video, and we just watch movies for the night.
Okay. And you were telling us something about something that you celebrated just a little while ago called Byram?
Yeah.
Okay.
It wasn't that little while ago. It was probably in September.
Okay.
It was after Ramadan. We would have this. We would like celebrate it, and like we would give presents out to each other because we're done fasting for the month of Ramadan.
Okay. So we have, at Kidro, we do have some diversity there, which we certainly appreciate. Morgan's family, he says his mom was born in Texas, so he's an American. And actually, you were born in Waterloo also, but your family was born in Bosnia, right? And Tyree's family was born in Waterloo or Texas. What did you tell me?
I told you that my dad, he actually moved to Texas for having his childhood.
Mm-hmm. And so the four of us all were born in Waterloo, right?
Mm-hmm.
But I was born just a little bit before you, wasn't I?
Yeah.
Yeah, not too long before. All right, well, a little bit about my Christmas. We used to have church on Christmas morning, and I love that because that's you know, the purpose of the holiday. And then we would open gifts, and then, of course, we would eat and go to my parents. Now, my parents, they like to give envelopes at Christmas time, and we love those even at my age. I still love getting the envelopes from Mom and Dad because you know what's in that?
Money.
Money, that's right. Then I can get whatever I want. So I'm looking forward to that. And they're probably listening thinking, as old as she is, she still wants a gift. That's right, I do. All right. Is there anything else you all would like to share? We're going to be going off the air here soon. Oh, okay, all right. Anything else that you all would like to talk about? As far as your teachers go?
We did something last year. It was called Lego League.
Yes,
Yeah.
with Miss Les. Talk about that in ELP.
We actually go there and we build things with Legos and learn about engineering and how it works.
Okay,
And it's also really fun.
yes.
And this year in ELP, me and 3 other people, we're actually doing a big marble run, but they're going to be for wiffle balls. We're all going to do it custom on the table.
Okay. Rialda?
Well, I did a building last year and helped out with how we were making things out of there. And with Miss Last for TD reading, we were doing this. It's in the cafeteria. It's like what it stands for. Like A stands for this because why. And it's all over the cafeteria, and we were doing that for our project.
All right. You know, I just thought about the STEM Fest that took place not too long ago. Did any of you get to go to that?
Yeah, I went.
And what did you think about that, Morgan?
I have to say one of my favorite things I saw there was a Tesla coil.
Tell me about that.
And I knew that right off the bat because I've seen one before. And it's basically like a copper piece, like a tube sort of. And you would run electricity through it and have this iron pipe, I think, on the top. And it would make a line of electricity if you had enough from the copper coil to the iron bar.
Oh
And
my
just
goodness.
recycle.
Morgan, you're speaking Greek to me. You know, I had an opportunity to go to the STEM Fest, and there were so many things going on there. I thought it was like one of the most awesome opportunities for students and for adults. Did you see the snakes?
Yes, that was my second favorite part.
Oh my goodness, someone asked me if I was gonna put the snake on, and I told him I was going to at least touch him, but by the time I got to where he was gone, and I was glad.
Yeah, I held the baby orange snake. I forgot what his name.
Uh-huh,
And my mom took a picture of it. And,
oh, okay.
one of my friends gave it back.
Did you see the frogs too?
Yeah.
They
the
had some
frog-
interesting looking frogs. Did either of you get to go?
No, I
You went? And what did you like about the STEM Fest?
Touching the snake.
Did you touch the big one?
Yeah.
Oh my goodness, what did it feel like?
It felt like thick, and that was weird because like I thought it would feel like watery or like something like that slimy.
Mhm.
And then also I didn't like when I was in line waiting for something because little kids would always cut me out.
Yeah.
And you were being polite because you're a Kittrell student, right?
Then I went out of line and went somewhere else.
You did what? I'm sorry.
I got out of line and I went somewhere else.
Okay, okay,
Frustrated with that.
okay. You know, I thought about something else, our big iPad that we had down there. We have a table iPad that Ms. Les wrote a grant for, and I think it cost about $7,000. But you all have had an opportunity to mess around with that, haven't you? Why don't you share a little bit with our listening audience about our big iPad?
It was like, so it was on these four legs, and it was basically like a sheet of glass on the top with a frame, and it would have basically the iPad electronic piece under that glass, and you would touch the glass and it would operate with you. And there's a bunch of different games, and I think the battery, I think Miss Les told me, is like 1 to 2 days to charge.
Okay.
Or
and
you can just leave it plugged in.
Okay. Tyree, have you had a chance to play with the big table iPad?
no.
No? Okay. Rialda, have you?
No.
Oh my goodness, we're gonna have to make sure that you all have an opportunity to have, to mess around with that. Okay, something that we talked about before Dr. Kirkland Holmes came in. When you grow up, what would you like to be and why? We'll start with you, Rialda.
I would like to be a forensic scientist or a WNBA player.
You didn't tell me that part.
I know.
Really? Well, that would be cool. So then being in the athletic club has helped with that?
Yeah.
Wonderful. Now are you involved in leisure services also with that or no? Not yet.
I just play basketball during the summer with my dad and my sister, so.
All right. Now is Dad a pro? No, not really.
My sister, I feel like she is, but
Okay, but not Dad?
Yeah.
Okay. And Tyree, what did you tell me you wanted to be when you grew up and why?
I wanted to be an NFL football player because I'm just really into sports. And I play football right now for the Junior Warhawks.
Who's your coach?
My dad.
Yeah, Sir Gardner, huh?
Uh-huh.
Yes. All right, and what if that doesn't work out, that you can't be a football player? What will you fall back on?
Maybe a video game designer.
Which I think is awesome. There's no way I could do that, but it takes a special person to do something like that. And then there's Morgan over there. I don't know if I can even pronounce what you want to be. What did you say you want to be?
I'm a nuclear physicist
And why?
because I think I could make a lot of money off of it, and also I think it would produce good jobs for people and
Sounds-
educate a lot of people.
Okay. Now, question from Dr. Kirkland Holmes here. If you could make a gift for a child who may want one, what would you make? Interesting question. So in your creativity, those creative minds, that'd be Morgan, what might you make?
It's hard.
I'd say it'd be related to science or something for you, wouldn't
Yeah.
it? Yeah. Any thoughts?
No, not really. If I don't really know the age.
So you need more details?
Yeah.
Okay, all right. What type of game might you design for someone?
Probably a sports game,
Okay.
like kind of a backyard football game, where you can do whatever you want and just have fun and play with no rules.
Oh, no rules? How would that work? No rules? Oh my, that's kind of scary for a principal, no rules. You think it would be fun?
Mm-hmm.
Yes? Rialda, what do you think?
I would,
You don't know? If someone could create a game for you, what type of game, or what type of toy, or what one item might make your life easier? You ever thought about that? Maybe for me, be elves coming in the house cleaning at night. That'd make things easier. My desk and my home. Anything? Can't think of anything that would make your life easier. That means that you have great lives already. You think? Which is awesome. You have great parents, a great school, and you're great children already. So I guess you don't need anything. But I'm looking forward to those elves to come clean my house tonight.
I actually have something.
Yes.
My sister can do all the dishes.
Oh my goodness. I don't know about that one. That would be cool though. We had to share when I was growing up. I don't mind washing dishes, but the house part, I'd love to have a house clean. All right. Okay, Dr. Gloria Kirkland Holmes, we're going to see how if she can make it over here. We're sorry that you're not feeling well today.
Yes, thank you. You have been listening to Miss Audrey Wallakin Green, who is the very fine principal at the Kittrell Elementary School, who was filling in for me today, and I'm very grateful. And Miss Green, can we have the students tell our radio listening audiences their names one more time as we are about to end this show today?
Rialda Kuzic, and I'm 10 years old.
Morgan Andre, and I'm 9 years old.
Terry Gardner, and I'm 9 years old too.
All right, and we didn't ask Miss Wallakin Green how old she is, but she is the principal over at the Kittrell Elementary School. We would like to thank her, and we would also like to thank all of the families of these children, the Waterloo Community School District, KBBG, and all of you out in Radio Land for tuning in to Family Rewards of Life today. My name is Gloria Kirkland Holmes, and I'd like to say Mandina Uzuri Watoto, which means goodbye, beautiful children, in Swahili. Tune in again next week for another edition of Family Rewards of Life.
There comes a time